No. Can I edit it? I can edit it now. Pre-production. This right here, just pre-production. Y'all go ahead and start hopping on. Bringing y'all in a little bit early because Jay isn't here yet. So y'all don't be mad at me. Be mad at Jay. It's not my fault. But I saw Cynthia comment about the channel, so I had to make sure I got on so y'all knew we was coming. We coming. Calm down. We coming. Hold on. I was just getting everything set up. Make sure everything ready for Big Rich. Now, getting Instagram set up. Hold tight. Wait a minute. I bet. Where you at? That motherfucker said bitch, but he not there. Where is he? Start broadcast. Bet, so we good there. Log out and come back. Cause Uh-oh. Y'all bear with us, man, while we get everything started and rolling. Trying to get Jay on. My necklace. Gotta watch my Jaguar J. I look good. I ain't gonna lie. Oof. All right. Jay say he on, but it's not showing you. So if you can hear me, Jay, you're not here. I know you say you're here, but you're not here. So, all right, we rolling on Instagram. Hey, there go Jay. No sound though. Bro, I hate you. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You did that shit on purpose. You don't have to put that shit in the picture. First of all, I can't hear you. Your mic's not working. That's for starters. Number two, you don't need to have that PS5 in the background stunting like that. It's not fair to the rest of us normal citizens. You're not on the mic. You're not there. Nope, nothing. You look. Hey, you like Todd now. We can't hear you, Jay. And I didn't have him muted. Check the setting. Check the settings. Todd, you there? No, Todd don't got sound either. No sound. Wait. Somebody almost got sound for a second. Nope. Todd's was just working a second ago, too. Check your settings. Jay left. Jay back. JJ. Take him away, bring him back. Wait, I heard something.
I had phantom power off.
Oh, the phantom power. All right, what about? All right, bet.
I have the phantom power off. I got the phantom power off. I feel like Danny Phantom right now.
You know what? I'm gonna let you gloat. I ain't going.
Bro, it's been a long time coming, bro.
I know. That's why I'm gonna let you gloat. I ain't gonna hate on you.
I don't have motherfuckers trying to hold me up for the shit. Bro, I can give it to you for $750, $1,800. Bitch, I'm gonna wait.
Hold on, let's see if Ty working. Ty, you working?
Now, did he do the set? See, I had to redo all mine because my
shit was literally just on with me a second ago. We were talking the whole pre-show.
I heard y'all when I came in, but I just on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard him talking.
Yeah. Hold on. We'll try back in a minute. We got to get rolling. All right. Because we on. Pop a couple shares real quick, and we'll get started. All right. Cindy having a problem again. Oh, Bendy Cindy having an issue.
What, watching? Hearing?
I guess. Oh, now she watching. Interviewing from the Jaguars lineman Richard Collier. Tune in. All right, bet. I gotta send Rich the link right quick. And then we'll be good to go. Bam, bam, bam. A couple shares. Pre-production. If you tuned in, pre-production. Don't bounce. Stay here. Pre-production. Show's about to start in a moment. Calm down. Calm down. Boom, 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 boom. So many groups.
So many groups. Not enough time.
So many groups. We need a producer for this. Hold on, I'm going to check Todd again. You got sound? Action Jackson?
Nope. Can't hear him. Can't hear him.
That shit don't make no sense. We was just talking. That boy got the super fan on.
Oh, yeah. Right now.
I know it's hot out there. It's muggy, ain't it?
Yeah, it was muggy than a bitch.
All right. I fixed the privacy, so we're good there. Pre-show. Getting everything set up. Don't leave, ho. Jay got a bag full of pre-rolls. Better let my hair like Magneto. Bruh. I'm just gonna mute you right quick, cause that shit is obnoxiously loud. Just for a minute. Once you sit down, I got you. Black and Teal. Just sharing some Jaguar groups. Y'all stay tuned in. We about to start the show in literally 60 seconds, man. Don't bounce. Don't bounce. Calm down. Show starting in 60 seconds. Chill. Got to get the shares out there. All right. Todd, you still ain't working. We're going to bounce Todd. All right. Bam. Let's get this motherfucker started. Welcome to the Men In Teal Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan, Agent K. I'm rocking with the cannabis standard Agent J. And this is New Era episode 9 with special guest Richard Collier of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, I'm lit for today. You know, anytime we get linemen on, I get excited because we're going to have some trench talk. And we know them trenches is all dependent on what's going to happen with old Trevor, old Spinner, and Mr. ETN. So as usual, we got to give a special shout out to all the sponsors who make this show possible, man. And you know it's brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group.
CG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Holler at mcg247.com for all of your customization needs. And if you want to go another direction, you can holler at my folk over at 904 Printing.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
904 Printing, they just better, duh. And if you are into that battle rap scene, you know Jacksonville got a local battle rap culture that is popping. I should know. I helped build the motherfucker. These motherfuckers got a show coming up here. And if you like it, you need to be in the building. Check them out.
My pot, bless my stove, bless my blood, all the place these on. It might not be right, but it's all I know. Just keep me out of jail and keep me safe up on the road. Dear Heavenly Father, I know that when I'm speaking loud.
Oh my God, yeah. Make sure you check them boys out over at the Barbarians Battle Arena. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel, Barbarians Battle Arena, and get you some local Duval battle rap content, man, as only they can give it to you. Speaking of following and subscribing, y'all better make sure you follow us on Twitter. That's at Men In Teal Pod. On Instagram, where we are streaming live at Men In Teal Podcast. The YouTube channel, guess what? Streaming live there too. Men In Teal Podcast. Twitch, streaming live there too. Men In Teal Podcast. The Facebook group, Men In Teal Podcast. I mean, come on, man. We make it so simple for you. It's not hard. Just type in Men In Teal Podcast to get there. Jay's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay is here. I'm excited. He's back. It's all good. Jay.
I'm in the building.
He's here.
I am in the building.
Jay was playing his PS5. That's why he wasn't here.
Yes.
Why you gotta show it off?
You are 100% right.
See, this is why I'm so happy to have such a great co-host like Agent J. We are actually giving away a PS5 on this episode. The one right there in the picture to the
box. You can have this box.
And so you can scam, right?
Yup.
You can use it to scam your way into some cash app, baby. Oh, boy, I tell you. So you got the PS5 finally.
Boy, it's been a motherfucking journey for that bitch, bro.
You know I know.
God.
Because I've been trying right there with you. You sent me the picture. I couldn't believe it. How did you get the ever elusive PS5?
Bruh. Because since I am such a loyal PlayStation player that I've always had all the PlayStations, PlayStation sent me a special invite the other day and said, hey, you've been selected. They sent me an individual link that says that this link is your link. You have all day you pretty much from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock. You can use that link. And if you use that link, we have one secured for you.
Oh my
God. And
not two? They wouldn't let you get two?
One was the limit, big dog. Trust me, I would have been hitting everybody up. But I'm gonna get two of them, hey, look. Yeah. But that wasn't an option. I wish it would have been. But definitely wasn't this time. But yeah, man, it's been a long 6 days, bro. I ordered this bitch last Wednesday. Oh no, Thursday. Was it Thursday? No.
So have you? That's just the box. You've already played it, I'm assuming.
No, I haven't played that, bro. I was just setting it up, bro. It's downloading. Okay. My 2K is downloading right now. My Call of Duty is downloading right now. I got to do something to go download my Madden because I game share, so I got to go put that other account on my shit. But
okay.
Other than that, bro,
have you played with the updated rosters?
Huh?
Have you played on Madden with updated rosters with the new Trevor and the ETN and the Shaq and?
Oh, you talking about just like kind of like BS rosters?
Like the updated rosters that they do in the community. The shared rosters.
No, because you can't play with them online, so I haven't done
All
right. Todd said he should be.
I see. I don't know if I want to bring him on and then him not be good. I think Todd. You know what I want to tell you about QB1 Todd Jackson? I think he behaves. I think he behaves in us.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what really be happening. He behaves in us.
He says it's a blessing for us to have him.
Right. You know. So one thing I learned during my stint in music is these famous motherfuckers, these actors and these celebrities, right? Mm-hmm. They got writers is what they're called. And no, not like a writer like you write on paper. No, a writer meaning this is the
green M&Ms only.
This is what they demand in order to be present for said show. So I think because we haven't fulfilled Todd's right. Have you seen Todd's writer?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
The writer that man presented to do the spot on this show and the amount of sponsors we had to get just for him to come on the damn show is ridiculous. I thought I was a star in my day. Yeah, you was Michael Jackson right there for a minute. You was shining. Bright. But I'm just saying, like, the amount of
I'm not Tyler Perry. I can't.
No, Todd, Jesus Christ, Todd Jackson over there, he demanded everything. All I had to do was give, the Mangler some love and a handshake. I give Jimmy Smith a shout out on Twitter. He hopped on the show. Todd Jackson get on the show. This man want nothing but teal M&Ms. They don't even make teal M&Ms.
Had to get those custom Tiffany blue.
Crazy. I don't understand it.
And we had to put the number 20 on them for some reason, man. I don't know, man.
Terrible. I'm sick of Todd Jackson, man. Golly. But we gonna get with Todd Jackson QB1 here shortly, man. I'm excited, bro. Did you know who we got coming on today?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I know if you know. Hey, listen, it's been a wild week, man. I've been running and gunning. So, like, we haven't spoke that much. I don't even know if I told you to plan for the show. I thought you was just rolling with the punches, big dog.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm always roll with the punches. Jesus Christ.
While you was out there buying PS5s, look what I was getting.
Okay.
Men In Teal Podcast stickers.
Ooh.
Men In Teal Podcast stickers. Ooh. Put it on a wheel. Yes, sir. So if you'd like a Men In Teal Podcast sticker, we are giving them away absolutely free. All you have to do is cover shipping. It's $15.99 for shipping. So, you just send me that, and I'll get you your free sticker. Your free sticker right out to you, as always. But, man, I'm lit because we got former Jacksonville Jaguars offensive lineman Richard Collier coming on the show, bro.
Yes, sir.
Every time I get a lineman on the show, it's a beautiful. Let me tell you something about Big Rich. Mm-hmm. Man, look, the first time I met Big Rich hooked me up with some J's.
Yeah. Because
he was giving them away, and he didn't want to sell them. He just offered to give them away on the book. And ain't too many people, giants in this world, like myself and Rich. Mm-hmm. So I hopped on in there. You remember this, right?
Yeah, I got a pair of forces.
I shot you one of the forces. Yeah.
I think maybe two pairs, honestly. I
rolled by, picked up, man, gave me like 2 bags full of Jordans and forces. And I wasn't even I'm not even fresh like that. I'm a Nike running shoe kind of guy. I don't even get fresh like that. So that was the first time I actually met Rich. And then we just developed a relationship through Facebook and social media, man. Constantly comment. Dude is a great father. Awesome man to see him overcome what he's overcome. And now dude is like a receiver now. Mm-hmm. He ain't even a lineman no more. He could play tight end, but like the skinny, like the Jimmy Graham tight end, not the Kyle Brady tight end. Like he looked like he could, boy. Mm-hmm. I'd have put 20 back on. Rich over there took the 20 off. So let's go ahead and get him in, man. Mr. Richard Collier, former Jacksonville Jaguar. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man. It's awesome to get you in here, man.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. How y'all doing today, man?
Doing good.
Great. So those of y'all currently tuned in, make sure you click that share button. Go ahead, get it out there, put it in all the Jags group. We got Big Rich on. Send your questions in. I can see them coming through. So you guys got any questions for Rich, man, pop them in, and we'll get to asking them to you right then and there. So, Rich, the Jags looking different.
They're looking much different, man. I mean, it's a different scenery over there now, I'm excited. You know, I mean, everybody, every team, and every fan base is excited right now. But I think we legitimately should be excited about what's going on. You know, with all the change, we got Urban Meyer, dog. You know, he kind of like a little wizard in what he does. So, you know, I'm hoping that transitions over into the pros, because he seemed to be the type of coach that just knows how to get talent in coaching and players around him all the time. And he gets the best out of all of it. So hopefully he can come in, man, and change this thing around. I don't expect it to be a total 180 this year, but I want to see some sparks from, you know, the O-line, quarterback, you know, running back is special now. And we already had a special running back. So, you know, hopefully, man, we can see some good things, man. We need some good stuff in Jacksonville.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. It's been some times, man. We done sat through some hard times.
Talking even for the city, bro, you know they closing down Adventure Landing?
Man, I'm just talking about going.
Look, the one on the west side is the last weekend is shutting down on the 27th. This is the last week for the one on the west side. You know, they got the big go-kart track. They ain't got no water park, but they got the big go-kart track. And they say the beach one, they say it could close October. Wow. So I'm like, this is the last summer of Adventureland. It's been Adventureland as long as I can remember. I've been here damn near my whole life, and I've always had Adventureland. So we need all the good things in the world to come to Jacksonville right now.
We do, you know, with all the hopefully, you know, I saw what they're doing downtown, what they're projecting to do. Mm-hmm. You know, with new talent in town. I mean, hopefully we can rally around at least the team for now. You know, cities do that, so you know we can be a rally around them and have something to look forward to, dog. Because you know it has been tough. You know, it's been a tough time, been a tough couple of years. You know. Yeah. You know, with COVID and everything, so you know, trying to get things back to normal, but you know, just keep pushing, I guess, man.
I was grateful for COVID a little bit because I had to sit there and watch them boys go 1-15.
You know, I heard my man Ken talk about me being a receiver.
Bro, look at you! Look at you!
This is a 4X, but it's like
it's a dress. But, so I mean, how much have you lost, man? Because I mean, not that long ago, you were still offensive lineman size.
Oh, yeah, I was much very close, very at 400 pounds. You know, when I was in the thick of the COVID life, hitting DoorDash every day, a couple times a day. I mean, you know, I just decided to make a couple of changes, man. You know, just dealing with myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Just wanted to change some stuff. And I just like, you know, Rich, you've always worked out, but you never just really just ate right. Let's just do that for 6 months and see what happens. Right. And, you know, it was a blessing, man. It was a blessing that I could lose weight like that, you know what I'm saying, and start noticing the change and just start feeling better about myself, you know what I'm saying? Because sitting in the house during COVID, you know, you really don't have a lot to do. I mean, I love being around my wife and kids, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we'll drive each other crazy every now and again.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was just, I lost over 100 pounds, though.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I know that journey. I know it's hard, man. Yeah. You know, when I came through your spot and I was in the garage with you, you had your home gym set up in there and we was talking and chopping it up. And, you know, at that point in time, we was talking about dropping weight. And I was in the beginning of my journey at that time. And I put on, the COVID had a bad effect on me. And then I got hurt and I had to stay off the foot for about 6 months. And I wound up putting like 40 pounds on. So I actually just started this week, fully cleared to go. Started at a new gym and got back training again. So I'm gonna be right back with you. I'm gonna be there. Look at it. Oh God, I don't even lie.
One thing you know about it, you got the mental capacity to stick through it. So
that's it.
Yeah. So
that's half the battle right there, man. You got to get it through your head. You're gonna make this happen. And I mean, you've overcome so much, man. And you've persevered at all costs. You've always kept going and kept trucking, man. And so I mean, I've seen you. You've been wheelchair hooping,
man. The crazy thing about wheelchair basketball. So we've been playing for about 7-8 years now, and we went for COVID right before COVID hit and shut everything down, we won a national championship. You know, in wheelchair. So yeah, we played Division III wheelchair basketball, man, and we went down there and we was the number 6 seed, and we whooped on them boys and whooped on them, you know what I'm saying? And we won. I was like, you know, we put the work in, though. We've been putting the work in for a while.
Yeah.
For me, not playing football, I wanted my sons to see me playing some kind of sport. Just something to give them something to look forward to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, competitive. Something just the competitive nature. And shit, they be going crazy. They be y'all be going, I didn't see y'all be going hard out there. Going full, just full head speed collision right into it. I was like, God.
You know, the crazy thing about it, you know, I played in the NFL, man. My first time out there, I go out there, I'm strong, I'm finna crush these dudes, man. Man, got my butt kicked when I was out there, and realized like, oh, you got to train for this.
Yeah.
Like these boys, they want it. You know, these boys going to college now. You know, we got a young buck on our team. He getting offers from colleges all over the country. You know, now colleges like the SEC, they getting wheelchair basketball teams. You know, we go to Auburn almost every year and play. They have a tournament in Auburn, and you know, we play right there on the campus. And you know, it's pretty cool though, man. It gives you it just tells you not to quit, man. You know, it's a lot of people in wheelchairs that have stories that are tragic, but you know, it's what you do afterwards that, you know what I'm saying, that matters, and how you push forward. And you know, somebody who would like to compete, I didn't think I would ever want to play any sport again, because football was my love. It was my sweetheart. But you know, it is other stuff out there that I can do that, you know, that can you know, make it help turn out to be good hobbies, man. And you know, something I ain't trying to go pro at it, but you know, I enjoy it though, you know.
Right. You're currently tuned in, man. We are live with Richard Collier, former Jacksonville Jaguars. So, I mean, how did you start? What got you even playing in the first place? How do you even find out about something like that?
Man, I actually rehabbed at Brooks, and you know, when I got there, man, I was sick and hurting and weak, and you know, just mine wasn't in the right place. And they always used to talk to me about it. Man, I don't want to play no wheelchair basketball. You know, I just push it to the side. And they really didn't have a team then, but they would do like events. You know, they pushed me for a couple of years trying to get me come out there. And I finally went out one week, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm still tall, you know, so in the chair I'm taller than most people still, you know. And I got out there and was shots and just kind of stuck with it, man. And we got a couple of guys that was dedicated to go follow through with it, and we formed a team. And that team, man, it all came to fruition last year, because some of the guys that started it, we were all there to win a national championship. We added some new pieces, you know. We got a couple of cats that they full speed, man. They're younger and they hungry.
Yeah.
Guys are trying to get scholarships. They want to go to the Olympics. You know, it's a lot of different ways you can kind of spin. But, you know, for us, I mean, we just wanted something to do and compete, you know. And, yeah, we took our lumps, man, early, and we pushed forward, and you know, it was what it was.
Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear you still winning, man. And, I mean, what would you say the hardest hit you've taken versus the league versus basketball? Which one was harder? Wheelchair basketball or getting cracked in the NFL? When you done been hit harder?
Man, I'm going to tell you, definitely NFL. I do all the hitting in wheelchair basketball. I'm like,
the enforcer, got to be the enforcer.
Yeah, I'm trying to
you Draymond.
Have a little football mentality, so you know.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, I get a. But
you say you still get 5 fouls?
Yeah, you get 5.
All right, so you get 5 of them. You good?
Give you one good hard one, you know. But I remember playing one game, man. I'm run blocking and Greg Jones. He come up behind me, man, and that big joker hit me in my elbow, man. And the pain Greg gave me, man, like it shocked me to my knee. And I got up and just ran off the field. I was a rookie at the time. Coach like, what's wrong? I'm like, he hit me in my elbow. I thought he broke my arm.
That was a big dude. He was moving. Greg
A lot of power.
Man, so
a lot of power.
That probably was one of my worst pain from my own teammate. You know,
he was giving you that drive your feet, man. Get out my hole.
I'm out of his way now. Shoot, let me go.
So I mean, looking at this current roster, man, let's go back to draft night. How did you feel about the draft? What Jacksonville did? Did they go in the direction you thought they would? Did they take any turns you weren't expecting? And I mean, overall, how did you grade them out?
I gave them like an A, man, an A-. I hate to grade drafts because you really don't know what you're gonna get on the field until it gets out there and put them pads on. You know, it's different variables to become a good player. You have to adjust from college to pro. And you know, I've seen some high draft picks not do so well. So but you know, if we're just grading, I would give it an A. I mean, I would have done some of the same moves. I like Etienne and Lawrence together still. I like, you know, I wish they would have got my boy Marshall from LSU. You know, have some Louisiana over there. You know, they you know, they did some good moves, man. You know, and I think that you know, I would like to just sit back and see what he cooking over here. You know,
right. What would you say your favorite pick was from the draft outside of Trevor Lawrence?
Outside of Trevor Lawrence, probably the running back. You know what I'm saying? I like his style, man. I mean, I like his, and he a Louisiana boy too. So you know, I ain't tripping on that. But I like him. I like how he can catch out of the backfield. I like, you know, his hands. You know, he can do it all, and I think that he gonna really shine in the draft. You know.
Yeah, I really like that pick. I thought that having James Robinson, you know, he has his own limitations, but he exceeded expectation far beyond, and he proved he can be a number one back in this league. I just think that, I mean, go back to when we were at our peak with that backfield, having Fred and Mojo, having two guys that were different and were able to bring different things to the table, having that two-headed monster. Really, that whole time during football, every team had a two-headed monster. That was the look.
Yeah, they had to have some big backs.
Yeah, you had to have the big boy to match with the speed and vice versa. And we know Spinner's weakness is the speed. That's why he didn't get drafted. He had that 4.6 40. It shied teams away. But, I mean, he doesn't play at a 4.6. He plays much faster. But he lacked the big play break. Well, ETN gives you that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's going to be crazy.
The thing that I saw, you know, being that me and Drew, you know, we came in together. So you could tell early on that he was going to be special. You know what I'm saying? You see it at practice. You could see it in OTAs, all that. So when they finally got on the field together, it just was like poetry in motion, man. And Fred was a big homie. You know, he going to guide you, man. He going to tell you what you need to do. You know, he always did all of us like that. So, you know, just seeing them two work together, it was a perfect match for John, for Drew and Fred. And hopefully, you know, Robinson and Etienne are a little younger. So he still got some growing to do. But and he can give him some game as well because he played the whole season already. So I think it's a good match, man. And like I say, I think I want to see what they're cooking up over there.
Yeah, if you currently tuned in, man, we live with Big Richard Collier, former offensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. So when you look at this offensive line that we currently have in place, we brought them all back. We returned the offensive line coach, Warhop. How do you think they're going to do this year? What's your expectations for them?
It's funny. I was looking at the right tackle. I'm like, dang, he's in his third year already.
Yeah,
it's crazy, right?
Fast, man.
Yeah.
But, it's time to do or die now. And they've always shown flashes, here and there. And I think that they have the potential to do. I mean, obviously, you got a back running like you running. You moving people around. Protection be a little tighter. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to protect the young boy because we don't want him hurt.
That's $1 billion. That's $1 billion baby right there.
We got to do that, but it's time to grow. It's time to put up a shut up. You know what I'm saying? For everybody involved, you've been drafted high. We got all the tools. I think every one of them has the tools that they need to do what they need to do. I wasn't sold on Cam for a while, but I'm like he growing up, man. He becoming a bull out there. You know what I'm saying?
I like Cam. I love Cam Robinson because his first year or two, he would get beat for sacks.
Yeah.
And he would get some penalties, but the penalties would normally be because it'll be a hole because Blake was gonna get killed. So it's like, I'm gonna grab you. But it was, I don't know what it was. It was just something with the feet or the hands. But every time we ran the ball, it didn't matter. He's putting the head on somebody and he's making sure that his side is open
Baller
every single time.
Yeah, I got faith in him, man. I mean, you will be surprised how much you can learn from year to year, no matter how long you're in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember coming from my first year to where this all seemed like me speaking like Russian to me. Son, go, please go. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You all right?
I
had to put a lock on my door just to stop that from happening. It's happened like 3 shows. It's crazy.
Specific warning.
The dog and everything.
Specific warning not to come in this room. But yeah, I mean, from my first year to it seemed like, a whole nother foreign language to going into the third year to where, okay, now I'm reading coverages, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm really feeling my technique and I know exactly when I do something wrong. And it's honing those skills every day. You can never do it enough, So if they really want it, they got everything God given to be able to be dynamic line from left to right, so it has to be in them to do it, because everybody's good right now. That's the thing with the league. Mm-hmm. People don't realize, I could be lazy and sloppy in my technique in college because I can get away with that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now you got to be tight. Everything has to be tight.
AKA our left tackle, because I like AJ Can. I don't like Cam Robinson. Like,
oh no, that's
so I was wanting to make sure we was putting the difference in there because at guard I like AJ Can. So I wanted to make sure I was speaking about AJ Can, not Cam Robinson, because I haven't, because honestly in pass pro he ain't got no hip, like he don't have no lower body and he don't have fluid hips.
He got the Hank Hill booty. He ain't got nothing. He got to get into the squat rack, dog. Big Rich, he'll squat. He'll be squatting, bro. I don't know what he's doing.
Bro, he ain't got no booty, dog.
When you get low, man, you got to squeeze, man.
When
they say you got to wink, you got to make it wink. That's what coaches used to say. Make it wink.
Bro, it's I don't know, and it's the hips and like the knock knee stance. I don't know.
I felt the same way about Joker. When we drafted Joker, I saw Joker in that Bison Buffalo Burger place out there in Tinseltown. Mm-hmm. I went there for the first time ever, and I walked in, and Luke Joker was there. We had just drafted him. Yeah, and I'm a big fella. I'm 6'9", 350. I was bigger than everybody, but he was regularly small. I'm like,
I was surprised at how big you were, dog. When you came, I'm like, damn, he's taller than me. I'm like, whoa.
I'm a couple bad decisions away from being a teammate. we all got a story. But yeah, so I mean, I'm looking at Luke in that restaurant like him, and he just didn't look like a dog. And I mean, I've seen pretty boy linemen that didn't look like dogs. Don't get me wrong, but when you go back and look, and this is what I kind of see a relation between our line when you played and our line now is they're maulers. They are maulers. They will put a hat on you and they'll open holes. They struggle with pass pro.
We got our cues from the three in the middle though. They set the tone. Mm-hmm. Meester he put his hat on. He letting you know I'm going. Y'all come with me.
Right.
Naoli and God rest his soul, my man, my big man.
Yes, sir.
Manawa.
Vince.
My man,
Vince,
man. Them boys, they set the tone. They set it in practice. They set it in the game. They finna move some bodies. You know what I'm saying? And they were not playing.
Mm-hmm. And that's what
they were nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty, man. I'm talking about you. Nailed it. I mean, everything was perfect. The feet were perfect. Hands were perfect. They grading out in the 90-some percentile every game. I mean, and that's why we had the running back success that we had, and they got to get back to that. Comes with maturity, though, man. Because, we got people like Meester. He's setting the tone in sprints. He's setting the tone in the weight room. He's setting the tone in the film room. I mean, and I'm asking myself, do we have that kind of leadership on the O-line in Jacksonville?
See, I don't know. We got big contracts on the offensive line, but I don't know what personalities are in there because I'm not a fan of, like I said, to me, the left side of the line, we could have switched. We could have did something at both spots, honestly. And I hope it doesn't sound bad, but I hope that when the season is over, that the guys who are starting there are not there because they could because they couldn't protect.
I hope it don't sound bad, but I hope these two guys lose their job.
Because
it's just like I say, it's the fan in me too because I'm looking at the bigger picture because they couldn't that left side they couldn't protect Blake Bortles, they couldn't protect Nick Foles, they couldn't protect Gardner Minshew, they couldn't protect it. Whatever quarterback last year was there, they couldn't protect them. Yeah. And we got now, like I said, everybody said it was always questions about the quarterback. So hopefully, like I said, Trevor is supposed to be generational and as good as he's supposed to be. He's going to elevate everybody, which means he's going to be getting the ball out quick. So it's not going to be. They should look like a much better line because hopefully decisions are getting made before the ball is snapped. So that's the tail. That's the tail right there, ain't it? Yeah. That's the hope. That's the hope that I'm having because I just don't. I've watched Andrew Noel get ran smooth over multiple times since he's been here, and he has a really big contract. And my left guard should never be happening. You should be setting. If you getting ran over, you pulling the person with you. You do something.
You saying Andrew Noel looked like a Sonic waitress? Yeah, on skates. Just skating.
The one that fell the other day that went viral. He dropped everybody drinking in the car talking about, did you get the corn dog?
Oh man, it's all over the people. I saw that
one. talking about did you get the corn dog?
If it is what it's supposed to be, I mean, what you're saying is accurate. So last year, what did they say? They blamed it on Gardner, and they say he was holding the ball too long. They say he wasn't. He was holding it too long. He was evading and rolling out too soon, which was causing issues. And I mean, as a lineman, that's a thing. If you get out of here and I'm setting a pocket for you and you roll into my protection, that causes a problem. So we know that can be an actual issue. But I didn't buy what they were selling. I didn't never buy what they were selling.
I always ask myself, why is the quarterback rolling out so soon? If he anticipating, man, these dudes can't block me. I got to get out of here.
That's what I was going to. Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Because
in the film room, when Dave Garoy used to hold the ball a little long, you got to block for him. And the mentality that we had, I did not want my quarterback to get hurt. I feel bad when he get touched, man. Somebody done violated somebody I'm trying to protect. And, as an old lineman, I've been an old lineman since I was 10 years old. I've never played nothing else. So my whole mentality was to protect that dude, no matter if he hold the ball 20 seconds. Matter of fact, when I was a rookie, one of the best plays I had in a game against the Dolphins, Dave was standing behind me holding the ball as long as I'm like, I know he holds dude is really still trying to get to him. I'm about out of breath, but I held it and he threw like a 60-yard touchdown. And it's like, man, the mentality that you should have as an O-lineman, I gotta protect this dude. I see who's the rookie that's somebody for the Chiefs that say I think it's for the Chiefs. One of the linemen, he was just saying, I don't want nobody to touch my quarterback this year.
Orlando Brown Jr.
They traded him. Yeah, from Orlando.
That's the mentality you have to have. Now he might get touched, but you're gonna try your hardest to not let it happen.
Well, he saw the Super Bowl too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You saw Patrick,
and that was 100% offensive line.
Yeah,
100%.
And Patrick Mahomes was Superman out there. Like to me, that was the best performance. Even when Brady lost and he threw for 500 yards, to me, that was the best performance I ever seen from a losing quarterback in the Super Bowl because he literally breaking tackles, running, diving, hitting guys in the helmet with the ball.
Man, it was hard. It was horrible, and
he was running for his life.
He was running, and you know they made some changes, and you know, you say you don't want to see him there at the end of the year. I'm hoping. I'm hoping they can get. You know, I'm optimistic, so
yeah,
I'm an optimist. So I'm hoping, you know, man, please turn it around, brothers. You know, come on.
I mean,
because if they become successful, we are better. If they get it, if it starts clicking, but at the same time, you drafted Ben Barch in the 3rd round last year. He could easily take that spot from Norwell if he don't tighten up. And then you just drafted Walker Little
because I want to see.
He looks special.
I want to see what Walker Little looks like preseason. Like that's what I'm saying. Because if Walker Little goes out there in preseason, is out there just manhandling people,
I think he will. I'm telling you right now. When you looked at when I saw Luke Joku, when I looked at Cam Robinson, even on draft, when I looked at Cam, I was like, okay, because Cam got the face of a dog, but his arms was a little small and he had no booty. And it's funny to say, but he had no booty. So that I know he ain't got no push out of there. So that tells me you a waist bender. You ain't a knee bender, you a waist bender.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't getting low. If you was getting low, you'd have some gluteus minimus going on back there, big up.
Oh man, get down. You know, I played basketball a lot.
Yeah.
Man.
He don't run. He do the jogging and the cardio on. He'll do the bike.
It's called the fat boy trot. It's called the fat boy trot. We call it the lineman trot. We do this here.
But see, that's the thing, bro. Remember, I didn't play. I was always too big to play, even just like because in Jacksonville, Florida, that Jacksonville is weird. Like I was like 135, and it's probably like I was fucking 4th grade. I'm just a big kid. Couldn't play. I went to South Carolina. I was nowhere near the biggest kid on my team. They didn't care about the weight. They said, "What grade are you in?" They said, "What grade are you in?" 4th. All right, you live over here.
You playing?
You playing? And I went out there, played both ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. Played running back, tight end. Like I used to move back to Florida. No more football until fucking middle school, and then I fucking hurt my hip, so I had to wait all the way until high school to play again. So, like, I was a lot of times I just really transitioned to hoop. So, like, I always knew, like, bro, you got to be able to. It's always all that stuff rolls into each other. Like, you got to cross train. Like, even if you just playing, like, you got to like the hoopers, bro. That shit, you just get different explosion off the ball. It's just all that stuff helped me when I came back to the game to be able to actually be a little bit productive.
I tell people all the time, you know, me being the biggest out of all my friends in my neighborhood, everybody else is 5'5" and 100 and some pounds. So we walking down the street, a dog chasing us. I got to keep up with these fast dudes. I got to jump fences with these fast dudes.
You're right.
When I was 10, I was 100 and some pounds, 5'10", big kid. You know, people thought I was a man way before. You know.
Oh yeah.
So me just doing the grassroots stuff in the neighborhood, just running, jumping, hooping, and you know, I try to keep my kids balanced like that, man, because I don't want you to be working on football all year round. I don't want you, you know, play all kind of things, experience things, have fun, and still be a kid. You know, we when it was time to ball, we balled. But we definitely had fun, man. You know, we did all the stuff teenage kids did, you know, we just
all that training. That's what I'm saying. All that excessive training. It's like you got to put the work in, but it's like, okay, do you really have to? Because one, your kid has to want it. Your kid really has to want to do it if you're going to do it to that extent. Because a lot of times it's the parents saying, "Hey, you say you want to do it, so now this is like." You're gonna burn them out and they're gonna hate it. They're not gonna want to play that. And then the first chance they get, like you say, they may go all the way to the league. But the first chance they get, they're gonna be like, I made some money. I'm out the way. I'm good.
You can't vicariously live through your children. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people do. One thing to push them when you see them have a talent. It's a whole nother thing to just, you know, I didn't make it when I was, you know, playing in you know, Little League, and now my son, I want him to, you know, I ask my sons before we start every season, because we have one rule now. If you started, you're going to finish.
You got to finish it.
Yeah.
But my daddy started me like that. I wanted to quit. My coach was the meanest coach when I was 10 years old. He was meaner than any coach I ever had in any level. And I'm like, I don't like this dude, Daddy. I want to quit. He's like, nah, man. And I ended up staying. I ended up loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad that my dad didn't let me quit, because I probably would have quit in high school if it got hard. Probably would have quit in college. Probably would have never made it. But I asked them, do they want to do it? And if you're gonna do it, now you ain't finna disrespect our name either.
Right? Yeah, you go in there and try. You gotta go. You gotta try. Like, you can't just run, not going through the motions.
Yeah, it's a my boys are 7. I got a little nephew that play. He's 5. So I'm just trying to show him the mentality you have to have more than anything. It don't have to be perfect, but it has to go hard. Right. And that's what we do.
Yeah, see, that's the good thing. That's we talked about Urban earlier, and when he's cooking up, that's the thing. He comes in, he says that +2 mentality. Like, it don't have to be perfect. Everything don't have to be perfect. But if you're going 100 miles an hour, you can make up for it. If it's not perfect, you can make up for it. Like,
I think every coach has said it best. If you're gonna fuck up, son, fuck up full speed.
Full speed.
Yeah, that's it.
You're
gonna mess up full speed. I tell my daughter that, she's 10 and she plays, she's a hooper, and I push her hard, but she wants that. She asked for that, and we make that deal at the beginning of every season. I recheck with her, kind of like you said. You talk to your sons. I make sure again. You sure you want to go through this again? Because it's not. Because I coach high school football. Are you getting coach dad when it comes time to it? We're going to be in the gym together. We're going to be working together. Are you sure this is what you want? Because if you tell me, Dad, I just want to play club basketball and play at the rec, by all means, let's go play Boys and Girls Club and have fun.
Yeah.
They don't keep score. It's fine. She played 1 season of that. They didn't keep score, and she lost her damn mind. She said, Dad, are we winning? I said, I don't know. They're not keeping score. How are we supposed to know if we're winning if they're not keeping score? So she's built like that.
She got that dog in her, though,
Right.
And that's, I got twin boys. So one is he'll do what he needs to do. One, he don't want to be last, or if he ain't first,
he's last. Yeah,
he's miserable.
Proud about it for the rest of the day.
So he got to do it. It has to be, great. He told me it's like 4, Daddy, I want to be great. I'm like,
that's special, ain't it? Ain't it special?
Yeah. And I'm like, it gave me chills.
Yeah. It's so amazing when she was 6, when Lyric was 6 years old. That was the first time she said to me. And I don't think I ever said the word to her, but she said to me, I'm going to get a scholarship to play college softball. Wow. At 6, she said, I'm going to play at Florida State. And she had pictures in the room, and she wanted to play at Florida State. Yeah, I know, bro. But see, that's a Nana favorite team. She wanted to play for Florida State. Yeah. And then I was mad as hell because I'm like, it's hot. I hate being outside of them softball tournaments. They be a whole weekend, 4 or 5 games a day in that Florida heat. I don't want to do this, man. So when she switched to basketball, I was ecstatic. I was so happy. We in the gym.
Yeah,
I'm good. Oh, yeah, so much better. And plus, with my height, my sister's 6'2", my mother's 6'2", I'm just going to assume, God willing, she's going to be over 6 foot.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that it's best for her.
I think she might get to about 6'5", and keep it. Bro, you're 6'9", bro. And Kobe's not.
You gotta be excited. You gotta be excited. Say it again.
I'm thinking 6'5". How tall? Because Kobe's not short.
Nah, she's 5'9", 5'10". See,
I know. If I'm going off of the LeVar Ball theory, every since all his people, they're all tall. He's 6'6", 6'6". All his brothers 6'6", 6'6", whatever. He had one brother that's 6'9". His wife is 5'10". And he was like, he said, so all my boys are at least going to be 6'5", 6'4" to 6'5". They're probably going to get another inch or 2 from their mama. And so hopefully we all at 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". And now look at LaMelo is about 6'9", 6'10". Right? I was
about to say he's up there.
He keeps growing.
See, Rich, I'm the white LeVar Ball. I got a brand. I done started a brand for my kids and all. I got trademarks going.
Why not?
And we go. My son is just like my daughter. She's all about. He's like, hey, Let's go work. Let's go work. Let's go work. He wants to play football. So, you know, and my thing is, like you said, if you're going to do it, you got to be great at it. I don't care what it is. Whatever you decide you want to do, if you want to play football, if you want to play basketball, if you want to be on a debate team, that's fine with me. But
go
you
hard.
better go and be
go
your
hard.
best. That's all I am. You know?
Exactly. And that's the way of the world, man. I mean, people are getting past like what this world really is. It's a dog-eat-dog world, you know. And when I was young, you know, I didn't go right to college. It took me to see that, you know, when I was working at Walmart and didn't really have much of an option. And I realized, hey, man, you know, if you want to do something with yourself, you know, hey, you're going to come with it, you know. So I had to get myself together, man, and really work hard to get where I, you know, and I just really try to instill it in my kids, man, because it is a dog-eat-dog world out here. You better have a dog mentality.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you know, you ain't got to be what daddy was, and you ain't got to do this, but you got to do something.
Yeah.
You better figure it out, because, you know, even now, you don't really have long. These kids are separating themselves.
Early.
From the pack at an early age.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
there's some trophy dads, like you said, though. I mean, it's a lot of that's going on, but it is creating super athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids are ridiculous.
But I don't like
my daughter just played in
like
the tournament this past weekend. She played. Now she's a 4th grader, and the second game we played 2 5th grade teams. Now the second team was a 5th, 6th grade team. They had a girl. I shit you not, she was 6 foot tall.
Wow.
That girl was 6 foot tall. My daughter just hit 5'1".
Wow.
And that girl was massive. And all the girls look over at me. I'm the clock operator for the volunteering, and the coaches, he's a younger kid, and I just jumped up. I said, don't you dare look like that. I don't care how big they are. You better get your ass in there and box out. That's what we better do. You better go dog it out. And they got smoked. we got smoked. But we played a half of incredible basketball against these girls, so physical. And I was so proud of it. But we just got beat up. We just got beat up because these girls, I mean, they were 5th and 6th graders. They were bigger, but they were some freaks. The stuff they were able to do was mind blowing. You could tell that they are in a serious program. Now she's Lyric's in a serious program. She plays for Playground Club in Wisconsin, which is same program Tyler Hero came from. Giannis's brother played for him. I mean, it's a huge program. It's a big deal, but not a 10U. Not at 10 years old, right?
Levels to it.
And they just started the girls program.
Yeah, just started the program, so it's crazy. But yeah, I see you had your sons out playing football. Yeah, I-9, right?
No, they went oh my God, what's the name of the little league they play? It's not I-9. They were with I-9. They're with another league now.
Okay.
They play over at Bartram Trails.
Okay.
And you know, one offense plays defense. And they doing their thing, man. You know, and I always just try to encourage them.
Yeah,
doing good, and you know, just have fun.
Are you coaching?
I don't coach, but what I do is because you know that to me, the coach he has practice once a week. I'm like, ain't no way you can teach what you want. So we practice in the yard both times out of the week, and you know. And I'm like, hey, you know, I probably could be pretty good if I had patience.
Right.
I don't have patience. I tried it one time at Cougar Park, and them kids were some super athletes over there, man. And I was over there, and it's just a lot, you know. It's with them, look, because kids they get attitudes and they you know they get emotional. And,
and they're not your kids.
You know, my kids, I know what they should and shouldn't do, and I can tell them if they need to tighten. I don't want to do that to nobody else, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's hard.
But and the thing is, the problem. A lot of the time, they probably don't be a lot of people that be telling them. Don't need to be telling them to be straightening them out anyway.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
That's the only place where they might even get some straightening. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real tough job because like you say it's like I said,
I'm the ultimate straightener. I yell at everybody, kids. Because I'm not worried about no daddies. I'm not. We can handle whatever you want to handle. I'm not a violent person, But if you listen, first coaches meeting, it's known your son or daughter plays for me.
But shit, Cooper Park, them
I'm
kids
about
gonna try
to. It's
fight
about
you.
to get real.
Oh yeah, you down there.
Well,
Them
you
kids gonna try to fight you down there, Miami.
You already know it is a different ball game. You know, one of my first interactions coaching high school football, I'm in the locker room and I was trying to bring some culture to this program. And so I had a logo put on the locker room floor. And, you know, when I played, you don't step on that logo. You step on that logo, you get smacked up. Somebody's going to chuck you across the locker room. You're going to get hit with something. You respect the logo. And they just had a blank floor, and it wasn't cool to play there. So I said, you know what, we're going to teach you to respect the logo here. You're going to respect this brand. And now I see Urban Meyer implementing the same thing. I think it's incredible. I said, that's exactly what you need, right? So I get this logo put on the floor, and this kid decides he wants to be the smart ass and the tough guy and go walk across the logo. Man, I hit that kid with a tackling dummy so hard in the face. That kid said, walk up. The bro snapped back and looked at me like, and I said, son, you'll be the reason I get fired. I said, you got one time, try me. I will beat your ass in this locker room. But it's one of them things, man. I think it takes a special person to be able to really deal with that kind of stuff because it is hard.
Yeah, you tell them the mentality. And coaching, good coaches, they know how to manipulate in the sense to where I can get you to do whatever I want you to do. Because you got to have the gift of gab to be able to get to a group of kids or men or women or girls, you know what I'm saying, to get them to think about one common goal. You know, that's not easy. So you have to
spending time that's learning.
Yeah, all the good about my coach in college, I mean, he got us to a point to where we would do whatever he said. You know, we look forward to talking the Friday night before a game because we know he's finna come with something that's gonna fire us up. Right. You know, when I went to the Hula Bowl and these All-Star games coming out of college, I talked to him probably more than anybody. He would pump me up, you know, every time I got on the phone with him. And even in the pros, he would pump me up. You know, always give me advice here and there. And you need somebody that can, you know, that you can lean on and look forward to in times like that, because you know, a good coach, man, can change your life. You know,
yeah,
a good coach can change your life, man, and put you on a trajectory somewhere where you never thought you probably could be. It's just somebody believing in you.
Yeah, and that's the key right there. Putting that
mindset. Yeah.
I tell them that all the time. You know, I just took a new position at a Christian private school out here, coaching, and you know, that's one of the things I told them in the meeting and during my interview. I said, you know, believe in a kid and watch what happens, man. It's one of the greatest things. You can do so much for a child just by showing that you believe in them. You know, my daughter wrote a little book. That's what she gave me for Father's Day, and it had a list of all these things in it that she loved about me. And one of the things that kept coming back was, you always believe in me and you never let me give up and you push me. And like those on a ton of different questions, those were the things she kept driving home. And it's like you sit back and you go, okay, I guess I'm doing something right. You know, I tell my wife all the time, I say, I know I'm not really a good husband, but I know I'm a good father at least. You know, I may not be the best husband, but damn it, I'm a good daddy. I'm a good daddy.
You know, but I always say, man, you give your kids enough confidence at home where they don't search for it somewhere else when they leave the house. You know, if they know that they are adequate and they are well prepared and they are capable of being, you know, whatever they want to be before they leave and go outside and somebody else telling them something else, you ain't got to really worry about them, you know. But everything starts at home.
Yeah.
You know, everything starts at home.
Absolutely. Man, we currently tuned in with Big Rich, former Jacksonville Jaguar offensive lineman Richard Collier. So, Rich, looking ahead at the Jaguars, we'll hop back to the Jags for a minute. Looking ahead at this season, man, the schedule's out, 17 games. So you know what that means, right? All the other seasons before don't matter anymore because that's what the NFL does, right? We cancel out once the rule changes happen. So new rules in. That means Jaguars are don't have all them losses no more. So 17-game season. What's your prediction for the record?
Man, I'm under 8. I'm under 8 games. I'm gonna be honest, probably 6 or 7. You know, and for me, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the young bull, the quarterback, I want to see him, show them flashes how he did when he first came in, when he took his old boy spot from Clemson.
Clemson,
You can see it, like, okay, I understand what's going on here, and I see I just want to see flashes like that. I want to see the O-line improve. I want to see the running backs, how dynamic they can be. I want to see the wide receiver. I want to see Shark. I want to see my LSU. I always root for my LSU boys. I want to see them, grow up this year, and I want to see the defense shine. But I talk vaguely on defense because I don't watch defense. I'm an offensive guy.
Right.
I just want to see improvement, man. I just think we need some hope here, and just something to look forward to. I don't expect them to turn it all around this year, but I do want to see better than last year.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think that while we try to get Big Rich back, I think that it's one of them situations, man, where you can see a drastic turnaround, something real quick, or we could just see that slow rise back to the top. I mean, you're really in position to get either or, because with the season changing and with all the new additions, this is a brand new ball club across the board. So I mean, you really could it could be like a whole new organization stepping on that field. I mean, you have some turnover with the offensive line, Miles Jack, Joe Schobert, guys like that. But I mean, realistically, when you look across the board, most of these guys who are going to be in the key positions to be a starter, it's different guys.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me because my camera's not on?
I can still hear you. If you want, you can press out, you can close out and click the link again, and it should bring you back in, and then I can pop you back on if you want to try that.
Okay, it's whatever y'all want. I mean, I'm cool.
Yeah, we can hear it. We good. So yeah, no, I think that we could see the slow rolling, but I think that this is a unique situation where we could actually see that quick turnaround, unlike that last to first, or worst to first rather.
Yeah.
Strange phenomenon that you don't really see that often. I think this is one of those situations where you could see. I mean, that's the optimism in me talking.
That's the thing, though. You never know what you're gonna get when it all comes. It could be the 2017 team, or it could be the 2018 or last year's team. We don't really know. But one of the things that has me a little pessimistic about everything is how better everybody else has gotten also. You know what I'm saying? In our division, we don't really have a lot of competition, but Tennessee is, I'm like, oh my goodness.
So I was working on a game plan back here. It was how to stop Julio Jones, and I got duct tape, zip ties, ski mask, big gun, warehouse. You got anything we should add to that, or
black tires, bomb threat.
Okay.
Food poisoning.
Yeah, he gotta have a. Oh man, no, because the food poisoning not gonna work. He's gonna have a flu game. He's gonna be like, I wasn't feeling good, but I just wasn't really feeling good. Had 15 catches for 225 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, man, Rich keep getting richer, man.
Well, yeah, and they talk about trading for Ertz. There's rumors about the Titans getting Ertz too. I'm like, how, bro? Where do you get this money? Where are they getting this money?
They don't have it.
So that's my point.
Don't we have
they're playing Madden with the salary cap off. I don't agree with this.
That's like my franchise league, bro. Apparently that's what it is, because like I said, we looked at it, bro. They had like $1. Like, how the hell did they
Listen, I'm a professional Madden franchiser with the salary cap on, okay? I know the difficulty of navigating the salary cap. I've had to do it a lot of seasons with a terrible Jaguar roster and rebuild it. I know it's hard. How is Tennessee able to do this buffoonery? I don't understand it. It bugs me. I'm not that worried about what Julio's going to do, his production, but I think that he is going to make A.J. Brown have a Hall of Fame career just for those. I mean, you give bro, that's what I'm saying. If he gets 2 to 3 years with Julio, A.J. Brown is going to have numbers that are going to outshine anybody in recent history, because he was already great.
Yeah, you saw what Calvin Ridley was doing.
You can't put 10 in the box now, so
right.
Oh my goodness.
They're so dangerous now. It really does bother me. But their defense is suspect. Their defense is suspect.
They're trying to fill it in. They brought in Tyrann Mathieu.
No.
Who they bring in? They brought in.
And I'm gonna come out and come right back. All right.
Okay, that works. Yeah. So no, they didn't bring in the Honey Badger. No, he's still out there. He's still in care with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still with the Chiefs, but this is last year. So he's got to get, he's got a contract coming. I was watching an interview on that. He thinks he's going to have to go elsewhere to get his money. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, now Honey Badger apparently is feeling like he's going to have to go elsewhere to get his money. And to hear that being said this already, the offseason before he's due his payday, it kind of lets you know where his head's at. Nick Chubb says, I want to stay with the Browns.
Oh, yeah,
Honey Badger says, I feel like I might have to go somewhere else to get my money. So obviously, hey, he wants to go get the bag. No problem. Go get the bag. This will be his second bag. I feel like he would want to stack a few more rings because he has the potential over there, because I think Patrick Mahomes is by far the greatest quarterback I've ever seen from a pure talent standpoint.
I ask you a question. At what point do you look at your career as a legacy versus getting the money? Like, which to get the money was always one of those.
Right.
Like,
that's the best question. That's different with everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think when you're when you're projected, when you're like the guy on the team, like, yeah, you want to get your bread, but like, if you're the person who speaks for the team as a player, like, even like we talk about, like, even like you go to basketball, like LeBron, it's like, we know what time it was. Like, they was trying to get as much money as possible. Like, you got to get up out of that, and they was doing a lot of other things with the money from the NBA. And they did everything, but the goal was to get to the league, because you get to the league, then we can do then you can get $100 million Nike contract. You can do all this other stuff, get these big old contracts, and so you just keep going for your talent. And if you're good, I mean, yeah, hey, so now you want to, I think I think the mentality change probably maybe 4 or 5 years. If you become a premier player, I feel like your attitude kind of has to change, because it's like, okay, I'm good. I am good enough. I'm damn near to the cream of the crop. Every day has to be like, we going to try to get a championship, but you got to try to push, because those guys that do that, you see what happens. I mean, by the time they get to year 10, it's done rubbed off on locker rooms. You know what I'm saying? On Peyton Manning. Yeah, he wanted to be the greatest. He didn't want the money. I think he had the money, so he just wanted to be the greatest.
Yeah, I also think whatever your locker room is, that's what most of the team is going to look like. Mm-hmm. And here come my old man spiel, but I see a lot of young cats. I follow a lot of them. I like watching a lot of them play, and some of them are just not there yet, talent, on the field wise. Mm-hmm. But you look at them and look at what they represent, and everybody on yachts now, and everybody got big chains and big cars, full baton, and then when I played, I saw it, but I knew my lane. It's coming.
Right.
I want some nice stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to wait your turn. You got to earn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, just you got to put your head down, man. Put your head down a couple of years, because I mean, like, even right now, I feel you, because you're not gonna say the name probably, but I will, because like Laviska, look, I know, but Laviska looked like a superstar.
Visca out here stunting ridiculously on IG. I love him to death, but he's stunting so hard. He got the ice on. No, you know who's stunting though is Dede. Dede Westbrook is stunting, but Dede Westbrook is stunting in that grown man way. Dede went and bought a whole bunch of land, built a big stupid house. Stupid house. Because he got a ton of different pickup trucks and SUVs. Yeah. He got pickup trucks and all that side-by-sides, four-wheelers. I mean, he's loaded.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he probably bought the property when he got drafted.
Yeah.
Because the land out there is cheap.
But Dede was a third-round pick, yeah? fourth, third.
Yeah, but that's still good. That's still good money. And he
but you didn't see this house. You saying that's good? You didn't see this house, okay?
But
you didn't see this house. This house looked like Nelly house.
I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you though. But in Texas, bro, do you know what $2 million will get you in Texas? It'll probably get you what Didi got. Maybe it may be 3. I haven't seen it, but if it's like crazy,
it's crazy.
But the land is cheap and the people, they'll build that shit for you, bro. They got, it's plenty of people.
Well, he bought the land, so he built it. Like it was like I saw, he did videos and whatnot with Facebook friends. He did videos and all that stuff when he bought the land, and it was destroyed. It had a property, it had a house on it, real beat up. Mm-hmm. He tore it all down. He renovated the whole thing. He built this big stupid fence around. It's got the big W gate. I mean, he's living like Batman. Yeah, it's crazy. But he's not signed anywhere right now.
It's crazier than Lavernia shit.
I've never seen Lavernia's.
You never seen Lavernia's house?
No, I've seen his cars, but I never seen his house.
I just drove by it today at work.
No, this is crazy though. This ain't Queens Harbor crazy. This is like
no, Lavernia's and Queens Harbor crazy. Yeah, Lavernia's is County Road 16. I don't even know. Yeah. Out and he got his own street.
Yeah. But my concern for Didi is he did it backwards. I'm saying that because I feel like you just said, Rich said a second ago, that's a second contract house.
Yeah, contract house.
I feel like most of these guys are smart enough on that first contract, that first money. It's big money. Yeah. But they like, you know what? Let me just rent a crib. Let me rent an apartment. Let me get situated. Let me utilize that money to build more sources of revenue. Because I know the likelihood of being in the NFL longer than 3 years is very slim. So let me go ahead and create more sources of revenue off of this nice little chunk of change. And then when I get that second contract, God willing, then I'll go ahead and get that big house. So I'm not saying it like taking a shot at Didi. I'm praying for Didi because I love Didi when he was here.
Also at the same time, I don't know what Didi Westbrook.
He doing a song with Lil Wayne.
No, it's not even that. Didi Westbrook,
I'm just saying he doing a song with Lil Wayne.
To my knowledge, Didi Westbrook,
a rapper.
He's not. He didn't. I don't think he needed to play football.
Oh yeah, I feel you. But
okay.
Yeah,
he was a rapper though.
Yeah, I feel you. I just don't think
he got a little label. He was getting sick with the ice too and all of that. So,
but I don't think he had to play football to get some of that stuff. Probably didn't even get that land. Honestly.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? Yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. George Mendoza said, "My guy, I just want to let you know you sound like Coach JB from Last Chance U." Yeah. It's like, hey, Jay, I got fired like Coach JB from Last Chance U.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, but I'm back.
Now you gotta tone it down.
Hey, speaking of Last Chance, I went to a JUCO.
Yeah.
And it's so true, man. You out there just in the Wild West, man. And either you got this focus, I'm trying to just get in here and get out, or I'm just finna have fun while I'm here. And it's about half and half, man. Oh boy, that's characters, boy.
Because a lot of times, you're just always in just a weird podunk town where it's just like,
man. We played a team one time in Texas. First of all, like the town was like Wild West, like empty. It was only a prison was like right across from the field. The field had ant beds on it.
Mm. Oh wow!
And
Sticklebirds.
All these dudes wanted to do was fight. They ain't want to play no ball. They taking swings. Coach like, look, don't swing back. They gonna swing on you. Like, damn, coach, you gotta put us in this position, dog. But I mean, it was crazy. We're like, let's beat these boys and get out of here. It's in JUCO. JUCO is so crazy.
Yeah. No, I gotta wait. I came from a pretty wild. My senior class was pretty wild. A lot of them boys, Jay knows, they all had to go to JUCO for the most part. A lot of them were great. I mean, it was all grades for them. They were all D1 guys, all academic.
And it's crazy because it's like the academic part is these guys aren't dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just not going to class. And one of our dudes had a full ride to Illinois, and guess what? you just thought because now you got a 4i and you just thought you could slack. You just didn't have to like come to school for like the next like year. Yeah, they ain't that shit.
Yeah. You ain't JUCO because of something done went wrong. So you have something going. And I remember being there, but it taught me a lot though, man. It humbled me a whole lot because my mentality when I was in high school, my coach mentioned JUCO to me. JUCO, what is that? Ew, you know, right? But you know, the Lord have a way of humbling you to where I'm begging the JUCO to please take me. You know, right? And I just want opportunity, and the power of growth. You know, so
yeah, absolutely. Jerry Brown out of Jaguar Let's Go group. Shout out to them. He said, he said, could you tell us a Coughlin story?
No, I
was about to say
his son was my lawyer.
He can tell you the real story.
He said his son was your lawyer. Shout out to the Coughlins.
So his son Brian, I know Brian pretty well. He was my lawyer for a while.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
Right. Shout out to the Coughlins.
So how about this then? Yeah, because I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, I'll say maybe his last year. No, that didn't match up. But give me a crazy locker room story, man. The one that you allowed to tell.
Oh, it's so many, man. You know what?
Hold on, here I'll give you the one that Sean Karpf gave us. Now we had the Jaguar strength and conditioning coach on. He told me that Jalen Ramsey used to come around and pick up the trainers and put them in trash cans. Just pick up the athletic trainers and put them in trash cans. And Miles Jack used to would skip workouts and wouldn't come in for the training.
Big John Henderson, right?
Okay.
Music is always playing in the locker room. First of all, it's loud, it's crazy, everybody laughing. Big John is the organizer of rookies doing whatever he want them to do. So
because you're not gonna tell John no.
No, you're not. No, John is right at my side. I was the biggest on the team. You ain't finna tell Big John no. So dance. You know what I'm saying? So they got to dance against each other, or they got to do something. I mean, I remember this one rookie, man. He didn't do what John wanted him to do. He was a tough little rookie, but he was a little arrogant. Let's tie him up. We tied him up. He looking so hurt like, John, man, I feel bad for him. F that. Tie him up. He going in the water. Tied him up, put him in, rolled him on down to the workout pool and just dumped this boy in 30-degree water. I was like, man, I was so glad I wasn't a rookie no more. But I was like, man,
yo, if you did that nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
Man. It'll be all over ESPN.
They be talking about their mental health, man. Big John ruined my mental health. He got me.
Now I gotta.
The thing about our locker room, your skin had to be thick because them boys, the defensive line, they were like the laughing hyenas, and their room was right next to ours, and you just hear giggling all day.
But that's how it is, though. But that's how it is over there.
Defense, you know, they rough and rowdy, man. They rough up every team.
And you was there with Rob Meyer, right?
Rob Meyer.
Rob was there. Now that was the only white boy on the D line. And he would be in 100-degree heat with black sleeves on and the black glove. He had a turtleneck. I say Rob trying to blend in. Rob out there trying to let nobody know that he the only white boy on the D line. He trying to hide everything.
You had some characters on that team.
Rob had some soul.
Rob had some soul.
Yeah.
Rob would do skydiving all the time, man. Yeah, him and his would go skydiving. He was like, Big Rich, I'm telling you, man, you would love it, man. I'm like, no, man. And I saw him.
Gravity don't like big people, bro. We not doing that.
He was like, I saw him a few years back. He like, I'm in my chair. You still can do it, Big Rich. You still like, no, sir.
See, that'll be wild.
But we had some characters, man. We had characters in the wide receiver position. Reggie Williams. We had Nelson. We had big Mike P. Marcus Stroud. Even like the guys that were like just when you see them like Double D, like He's one of the most intense people
ever.
You ain't never seen nobody listen to gospel music that look like they finna rip your head off. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I met him at Sonic. I was working at Sonic, and he walked into the Sonic. You know you can't go in them. He just opened the Sonic door, came in, he said, "Where's your restroom?" His daughter had to use the bathroom. Yeah. And so I was like, "It's around the corner." And then I just stood there for a second. I was like, "Bro, that was Donovan Darius." I was like, "Oh my God." I said, I'm finna go make sure. I'm finna go make sure he finds the bathroom. I run out the door and I'm like, "Hey, it's down here. Let me show you where it's at." I said, "Hey, you double D, right?" Yeah. And even at that moment, he was like laser eyed at me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Man, it's nice to meet you." He's shaking my hand and all of this. And I'm like, this before I had a Nextel boost flip. Where you at? So it wasn't like I could get a picture with him. But I was just like, man, even at that moment, I could feel the intensity coming from that dude. He was,
he's burned.
And he set a tone. He was the first person I seen like workout. Like we would have group workouts, PAs and all this stuff. He would be over there on the other field by himself and just monster workouts. I'm like, wow, I want to get to that level. He was a big.
I'm hearing a lot of comparisons with Andre Cisco to him, man. Okay. Like, I mean, I know they both light skinned and cocky, but Double D was a thumper. And Cisco is a ball hawk, so I don't know where the comparison coming from. I hope so. I thought the biggest mistake Jacksonville made was letting Double D go after drafting Reggie Nelson. I thought if you kept Reggie, because Reggie was a free safety anyway, and for him to be able to learn just how to be a pro from Donovan Darius,
keep him around, man, and let him. I feel like the disrespect is too great in the NFL. When you become a player that's a little older, you can do so much for your team, man. If you've been there this whole time, you can guide the young. Double D was that. He big rich. You do this, man. While you're in the league, I want to see you do this. I want you to accomplish this. I mean, he had goals for me that I was like, okay, I didn't think about that. You know what I'm saying?
But you need that. But that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing, that in the NBA, that's why you see the teams in NBA. Ain't no real veterans. Like, it's not no real veterans there. It's just guys who've been there for a while. But it's like you could have had somebody who's been in the league, played a lot of games, made a lot of shots. I don't care if they haven't, if they're not going to be, even if you feel like, even if they're not as productive as on the field, you still need them in there because, one, it's seeing stuff that everybody else can't see, and still being able to be productive on the field a little bit is really good. I mean, look, they moved Deion Sanders to safety, like, when he got older. Like, he was the one that was like the only one that really kind of broke that Woodson too. But it's like, I guess you got to be a Hall of Famer. To get that extra shot.
I mean, Rasheed did it as well. They moved Rasheed to safety finally in Detroit after we let him go finally.
He should have been playing some kind of safety because he don't like Well, he would go ball hog, bro. I feel like
he could be a free safety. I thought that early on. I used to move him to free safety in Madden because he was too slow to play corner for me. So I moved him to free safety in Madden, and he would be a ball hawk out there.
Yeah, I like Rasheed, but I feel like he's the reason that Reggie Nelson got cut or got traded.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, I was young, so I mean, I'm just using I always used to playing
out of position.
Rasheed was getting beat, and if you're a safety and the corner on your side is getting beat, we don't, as a fan, we don't know what the coverage is. So when people say people got the coverage blown, we don't know what the coverage was. We don't know that maybe because I seen Reggie Nelson. I'm a Florida fan, so I've seen what Reggie Nelson could do when that ball's in the air. So he gonna go get it. But if I'm thinking the guy over here who's had 9 interceptions in a season before, a Pro Bowler, if I'm thinking he got his side, I'm playing with the confidence that he got his side.
I always felt like it was just Reggie. Reggie was either out of position because he was trying to do too much, or was because he'll
be coming from the other side of the field. Like, he'll be coming from the other side of the field and almost making a play. But when you go watch the replay, Rasheed will get beat off of a route, and the guy's just running wide open. But like I said,
well, Reggie turned out to have a good career out there.
Exactly. When he went out there and they had corners who were playing physical.
Well, Rasheen had a good year before Reggie ever. I mean, he had many good years before Reggie ever got here. So
you know how I feel about that 9 interception year.
Yeah, but he had good years before that too.
Yeah, they were
Jerry Brown.
I love
Jerry
Rasheen,
Brown. We're going to Jerry Brown. We're not talking about Rasheen no more. Jerry Brown want to ask Rich a question. Damn, Jay. Really though. Hey, Jerry Brown said, who was the strongest guy that you ever faced?
Oh, man.
Oh, we did it. It's that signal, bro.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, hold on. This happened a second ago. He bounced back real quick. Yeah. Jerry, I'm gonna get your question, Jerry. I got you.
Yeah, Jerry
right now we got the still rich face. Zach, what's Zach got to say? Zach say, I met Double D in the elevator at a game. He was a beast. Nicest Jag I ever met. What was that game? He got ejected in Green Bay. Yes, that was Green Bay. I'll never forget it. Yeah. He was ejected in the Green Bay game for clotheslining Robert Ferguson. Robert Ferguson temporarily paralyzed him for 2 weeks, I believe. He was in the hospital.
That wasn't even a clothesline, bro. I was watching wrestling right then, bro. That was a lateral, bro. He sent that man through a loop.
Yeah. Guess what? You know, Cindy said it best. He used his body as a missile. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So, all right. Well, we'll see if we can get Rich back on here, man, momentarily. He had some signal issues. We'll try to get him back on.
Perfect time for a commercial.
I'm gonna get through the hold on. How many wins should the Jaguars get in 2021? Yeah. Well, I've said 12-5. That's my prediction.
You have me up there between 7 and 9 wins.
I'm gonna get it right now.
Okay.
What do you want? I need a number. I can't go between. What's the record? 7 and 10, 9 and 8, 8 and 9.
I'm gonna split the difference. Go 8 and 9.
8 and 9. All right, hold on. 8 and 9. And Rich says 6 wins, right?
Yeah, I say 6.
All right, I'm putting you on the board. We're gonna put him.
I got lost there a minute, man. I don't know.
I said 12-5. So when we go ball out and make the playoffs, I'm coming back to both of y'all ass.
I hope I'm wrong when I tell you that. I wouldn't mind being wrong on that.
No, absolutely. So Jerry asked a question right before we lost you there. Jerry said he wanted to know who was the strongest person that you ever faced in the NFL.
Probably Mario Williams, man, for the Texans.
Yeah,
crazy because his arms was like, I got long arms. I've never played against nobody with arms, you know, that if I reach all the way out and touch you, you touching me back.
Right.
ET, you know. But
yeah,
it wasn't just the arm length, it was the strength in it, you know. I'm like, you got to anchor down on this boy, you know. And I used to always see him, you know, when we was young, we used to hang out. We would go to Houston and go to clubs, and I would see him out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I want to see how he is one day. So when I first start, you know, for the Jags, I locked him up though. But you know, he was a strong boy. He was really very strong.
Yeah.
My problem is against short guys. Like that's what bothered me. Short. When you short and strong, it's
they get up inside.
They get so low. It's hard to get leverage on them boys.
Yeah, it's so solid. You know, you got to really bend your knees.
Right.
You know? So for me, so it's easier to block a taller guy versus a short, like, you know, Freeney, boy from what's my boy name from Pittsburgh, lift all the weights all the time.
Oh, Harrison,
yeah. They so strong down low, like they lower part is so strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who would you say K-Mark, shout out to K-Mark, they do that she's almost forgot the name of it. The Four Sportsmen podcast, shout out to them. He says who was the best defensive lineman that you faced?
The best defensive lineman, probably my man from Carolina. What's
Peppers?
Peppers?
Yeah. I mean, it was more so that I was.
Hey, that's how you knew he was the best, because we both said Peppers, and all he did was say a team, bro. He didn't.
It was more so. It was like I get out there and I'm young, and coaching them. They trying to stir somebody up on the team. I wasn't supposed to be playing at the time. I'm a rookie, but I got some spunk in me, man. I'm out there. You don't know what you don't know. I go out there, man, and I'm just flying around, and I mean, I'm like, I see Peppers, and it's like that like when they talk about Rick James, you had that aura around you. Really him over there, man. And I didn't go against him, but I seen how I was blocking the other guy. But every time I get to the huddle, I'm looking back to see if he done switched to my side. Because I'm blocking the other dude. I'm talking a little to him now. I got blocking. If Pep come over here, man, it's gonna be a whole nother story. I tell you another guy that's a beast. When maybe on one of my first games, and I didn't dress. I was a rookie. I didn't play, and I'm like, man, I want to play. I want to be out there. And I saw Jason Taylor, and I saw him just, oh my God, he was putting in some work. I mean, there wasn't no double team, no chip help, no nothing that you could do that could stop him. Like, yeah, I'm not ready yet. I need training. Them boys were beasts, man. Back in them days, man, remember how good Albert Hainsworth was?
Oh yeah.
My coach
Tennessee.
Stop film. He would stop film and say, "Listen, 4 hands on him every snap." I mean, he just disappeared into oblivion. It was crazy what happened.
He got that $100 million deal. And I think this goes back to what we talked about, though. We was talking about scheme fit. He gets a $100 million deal. He goes over and they tried to make him a nose tackle.
And they put him in the 3-4.
Yeah, they tried to make him a nose tackle in Washington, and it didn't work. He tried to gain weight. He tried to gain a little weight, and he just disappeared. He wasn't it.
Yeah, and it went too bad. It went left, too.
And we know about that, though, because, look, I mean, Kayvon Chason, you can't tell me that Kayvon Chason is a bust. You can't tell me I can't get no production out of him. And what we saw last season was certified bust. But it's because he's out of position. He's honestly, out of position.
And honestly, to me, I don't give it a certified bust. I feel like he got a year of pass rushing under his belt where you
certified bust, Jay. He had like 2 tackles in week 16, bro.
Because they had him playing exactly out of position.
But it started.
It doesn't. I feel you, bro. But the thing is,
statistically, that's a bust.
I'm not talking, but fuck statistically. I'm not talking about statistically. I'm talking about what I watched on the field because there was times where he had to drop back into coverage and guard receivers, and he was running with the step for step. They couldn't throw. They tried to throw it. And they couldn't complete on him. So we could look at his like pass breakups or when he got thrown on. But the problem is they had him playing out of position. Now, exactly. You talked about cross training. He got a year at rushing the passer in the NFL, which you can't. There's no way to simulate that. There's no way to simulate that. So now
with your hand in the dirt like that, it's different.
But what I'm telling you is now he's learned some pass rush. He'll be playing now. He'll be back at playing linebacker where he should be playing. And when they need him to blitz and when they put him on line, they shift. They don't have to take him off the field because he played 16 games as a pass rusher. Like I said, there's no way you can. Like I said, you can't simulate that in off season. You can't simulate it in mini camp, training camp. There's no way you can simulate that. So So the stats, yes, they don't say that he did a lot, but shit, that's not my fault, and that's not his fault that they did that. We knew. But
that was my point. When we look at it,
position from day
he's
one,
out of position.
We knew it from day one. When they drafted him, we like, okay, he's gonna play linebacker. But they paid Joe Schobert the money. So I'm like, okay, what are they doing?
I didn't think he was going to play linebacker. I thought he'd wind up playing with his hand in the dirt, but I think the hope was he could be like Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is longer and like leaner than him. Kayvon Chason is like 200 something. It's like 200 something pounds too. Like that's like you trying to have Telvin. That's like having Telvin. They're having a little bit bigger Telvin on the end at the D end.
No, it's not. Yes. Telvin was tiny, bro.
Kayvon Chason is not a big person.
Yeah, he kind of remind me of Brent Hawkins, Chason. He kind of put you in that mindset. Hawk was like that. Same size, and kind of undersized, but
I think he's gonna be good, man.
Yeah.
No, I think he's going to be really good.
Some time though, man. Everybody wanted all, as soon as they hit the ground, and everybody's not built to develop right away.
And he's put on weight because they got him at this when he came in. They got him at 254.
Yeah, he weighed 250. I see something like 250.
So what? Yeah. How do you feel about that though? What you just said. I mean, we talked about this ad nauseam last season because I felt, we talked about the Gardner Minshew situation, and I never felt like we were 1-15 bad. I never felt like the Jags would ever secure the number 1 pick last year. I just didn't think it was possible. So I kept hammering home the facts that you got to give Minshew time. He was a top 25 or top 5 under 25 his rookie season, coming off the bench week 1 and shocked the world. He put us into the national spotlight right then and there. The media was talking about him. He was winning the Snickers Player of the Week. He was rocking the chain. He was Minshew Magic. I was out here in Wisconsin working out with a stash, jorts, and a Minshew jersey on, and people would take pictures with me. They thought it was the coolest shit ever. They loved it. I'd have a headband. They loved it. So he did a lot for the Jags in that sense, and he performed well in his rookie year to the point where he was listed in top 5, top 10 categories across the board. And then he has last season. And everything falls apart. Now we have Trevor Lawrence now, so obviously it doesn't matter. You have a generational talent. You got to go with that. You have the opportunity to take that generational talent. You do that. But what you said is true now in the league. In the league, it seems the teams and the fans especially, they want a ready-made package right away. Like, I'm going to put this guy on the field. Expectations need to be met right away. And if they're not, well, we're going to move on for him. A la Josh Rosen and Kyler Murray. I mean, you get top 5 quarterback this year. Oh, we're going to turn around and do it again next year. Number 1 pick, we're going to take another quarterback. Like, what do you feel about that? What has brought the league to this state now where it's instant gratification or nothing?
I mean, we in the microwave era, man, of life, everything. I mean, these dudes want a return on their investment right now, and I think that it was a few variables to his success. Not, him being a good quarterback, I'm taking nothing away from him actually having talent, real talent. You can't go and do what he did his rookie year. He has talent. I like to say when you're a rookie, when I remember, you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know. You don't have doing
what they asked you to do. They asked you to do this. Hey, that's what I'm doing.
You don't know what you don't know, and then also the defenses don't really know what you can do. So it's some unknowns, and once they pick up on your tendencies, things start to slow down. But once you start getting hit, it does something to people, man. That's why it's so important to have an O-line that can protect you, because if you the ball has come out fast anyway, but if with him, I don't know the development they put into him, having the other quarterback anyway. I don't know what they saw this as, was it just a project? Was it something to just hold us over? And should they have gone harder? I don't know. I don't know what they did behind the scenes. I know for me, when I played, if I didn't have coaches that spent time with me to get better and learn that playbook in year 1 and 2, I wouldn't have never made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw the talent. Like, what you got something that most people can't do. We just got to hone it. And then they gave me time to develop. Yeah. So
that's why I'm so happy.
It's so important, but nobody does that anymore. And I think that, now it's either you can or you can't early on, and we getting rid of you, and I think we losing a lot of players in the cracks.
See, that's the thing about the league in general, because I mean, where I'm kind of going is a little deeper than just Jaguar talk, but that's the mentality of when we talk about. I mean, we look at how those teams are. You look at how the players. You look at the locker room and how it kind of looks, and it's just, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just throw him away real quick. But certain guys get to stick around, and mediocre guys can get big contracts, or mediocre guys can get good contracts, and guys who their talent hasn't been honed in yet they don't get nothing. They just get the scraps, get whatever. Hey, good luck. And it's like, that's why when people say it kind of feels a little plantation-y. It's because, hey, if I can't get that immediate return on investment, just like you say, you're expendable. Hey, good luck with your family. Whatever else plans you have for life, we could care less because we got seats to fill, and it's
the thing that I didn't like in the league, and I'll be honest with you guys, when I was nobody from Valdosta State, I was treated as such. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Nobody spoke to me, and I had friends on the team, but when I signed my second contract, people from front office speaking to me in the hallway now, and this and that, and people know my name, and I'm like, what made it change? Just me signing another contract, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a lot of that, and that's in every, I guess, business or whatever, but a lot of fakeness. Yeah. Because if you are a star, you're treated as such. But if you're not, you're not. You're just a regular dude. I've seen dudes getting taped on the training table, getting taped. A star coming down, you gotta get up, dog. Can't get your finish.
Yeah. and that's the thing that I like about Urban coming in, because the way he run his organization, the way he run his operation, it ain't none of that. Guess what?
Well, have you ever in your time seen any team as excited over a coach as the players seem to be over Urban Meyer?
Man,
I ain't seen. I mean,
you hear what Shaq Griffin's saying. Have you seen have you been able to hear these clips out of training camp and stuff from these guys like Shaq? And
I've been seeing a few clips when they come in on the field, and I just see the level of excitement. He's doing something over there to stir his team up. And that's one thing. I'm pretty sure Urban, he treat everybody. He might treat Trevor a little more smoother than but.
But that's expected. But that's more than expected.
That guy on the roster probably still get some love. Hey man, how your family doing? How this and that. That's stuff like that really matters.
College coach mentality.
That's the thing. Urban Meyer understands relationships. He's recruited most of those kids that are out there. Most of those men that are out there, he recruited when they were kids. Most of them, he's been into their house before. He's met their parents. Some of them, he actually has close relationships with, going back 20 years. Like, so when you're showing that interest,
well, he said one of the hardest things about free agency for him was the inability to meet and speak with these guys face to face, not knowing much about them, having to do everything. Like, he's like, I'm agreeing to sign a guy before I even talk to him. Because a lot of those big signings, the Marvin Joneses, those big early free agents, the Shaq Griffins, those big early free agent signings come because you've already communicated to the agent quickly, and the agents communicated to the player. That's how those were popping off for him. And he said that it was hard for him to grasp that and understand that I wasn't able to go in there and build that relationship and get to know that player.
It's definitely that whole process of negotiating is dirty. It's mud slinging, and your agent telling you what they said, and you really can't have an attitude, you know what I'm saying? But this person that said this, and, I'm like, you got to let them do what they do, and it could be crazy,
That's why I'm pro.
Oh, I'm like, hey man, I'm really glad I had an agent, because I don't want to deal with none of this.
That's why I'm pro. That's why I'm kind of pro athlete being their own agent. If you have some good guidance, I'm not saying you should come out the gate without an agent. Like, you're gonna have to get jerked, I'm guessing, but you need to have somebody to learn. But honestly, at the same time, you need to be, I don't know, when you get involved in any kind of business, I feel like you should try to at least learn a little bit about it.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
If you're gonna represent yourself, you better be savvy in contract reading.
Right.
Do some sharks over on the other side.
Because you've had a couple players be successful, right? Russell Okun did it. Richard Sherman, he's one of the big guys who does it.
Back to there's plenty of guys, dude. Man, there's plenty of guys who've done it themselves. Got a lot of the guys.
You're gonna do it.
There's a lot of guys.
Don't be like that guy that represented himself in the courtroom. You saw that video? Oh my god! I just saw that video.
I was young. I remember my mom was watching Housewives of Atlanta. The lady Whitfield, but he was at, he went to Stanford.
Big Bob.
Big Bob, bro, he represented himself in court and won over the end. Whatever judgment was going on, yeah, he smashed all of that in a divorce settlement. Like she was like, he was in there and just writing this stuff. Yeah, he went in there and represented himself. Like I said, he went to Stanford. He went to Stanford for 4 years, but you know something. You know something, and you know you're a big man, and you go in there and start pretty much just swinging your Johnson around. People gonna listen to you.
Yeah. I think that agent athlete relationship, it's got to be somebody you trust, man. You really have to. You got to trust this man so much.
Yeah. I looked at my agent, and I knew that he would fight for me. You know what I'm saying? I knew where I stood with him. Even now, we still cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that you gotta have somebody that's not gonna just throw you on the wall and hope you stick. You gotta have. I mean, it's a lot, man. It's so much stuff you have to look out for when you get on in that bubble. I call it a magic bubble because none of it seems real when you're in it. Mm-hmm. You get out of the bubble, you realize how much of a fantasy you was actually in. Mm-hmm. And I just, it's so many different things you have to deal with. The finances and on top of performing, your family and you got that shit, you got kids, you got this, you got that, you got people hating, you got so many things, and tripwires that can catch you if you're not even, trying to get caught. Just different things out there.
Magnified, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's so many, everybody pulling at you, this way, that way. So to be a pro, man, people say, oh, you shut up, you're getting paid. It's a lot that comes with it,
Yeah.
To play, because to get that kind of money to play a game that you've been playing for free is a true blessing, And any play football knows if I can get paid to do this, that's just icing on the cake. Because you love it anyway, but it's a lot that comes with being a professional athlete, man. And these young guys, it's even harder now because everything's videoed and people
media, everything
up and do this and do that, and gotta be careful.
They look at you like a meal ticket, man. They'll set it up just to get you to react. Once you react, they're trying to get in your pockets.
So you gotta be able to
tune it out.
Watch trip wires, man, because they all around you at all times.
Yeah.
Get on that field and get in that film room. I tell you,
That's why like you said, I know we talk now. We keep talking about the LSU. That's why I like DJ because I feel like he's working on it.
He's taking the challenge.
Taking the challenge. We were critical of him last year because there were times where he didn't go 100%, and I don't know how much of that was.
He was a bad teammate. He was a bad teammate last year. Period.
Yeah, it didn't.
What Urban Meyer said about him wasn't wrong. What I'm saying? But you should, as a man, you should accept that. I wasn't performing how I should with my size and my ability. Yeah. He wouldn't say it if he didn't think you could do it. What I'm saying?
And I think he told him more. I think he said that was just like that what got out.
He hit him with some more stuff.
But there was definitely more because there was, like I said, there's times where, like, okay, we know it's a run play. You're running a dummy route. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand that you're not. But to not even attempt to run the dummy route, like, we got to do something. Like
he had moments where the effort was minimal.
He had bad body language at times, and like I said, I could see it. And like I said, I wasn't at the games this year because I got season tickets. I'll be back in the stadium this year. But when you see that, it's just like, damn, like, okay, he's the best receiver we have, and it's like, okay, I understand it's frustrating, but you still just going. I understand you don't want to get hurt. It's a lot of things, and I don't know what the uppers are telling y'all because we're in position to get the number one pick. So, like I said, it's a lot of stuff pulling at you. So I'm hoping that that's what that was just a lot of stuff pulling at him. And now he got the baby. You need to be home. And then
you think they care about them getting the number one pick, the players?
No, the players don't. I think the emphasis on winning around the building wasn't that much. The players want. I feel like every player none of these players want to lose. But like I said, I was seeing bad body language from DJ at a lot of times during the year. Really, after like probably like week 7.
He threw a temper tantrum. He threw a temper tantrum, bro.
He was doing it.
He came into the season on Gardner's gonna be great, and we believe in him. And they're talking about, well, Gardner's looking really good. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you believe in him and you're coming out saying you want him to be the guy. He was all rah Gardner. Soon as the first sign of trouble, I remember that next interview, man. That next interview, he sat down with DJ. He was like, "Well, I felt like we was open." Whoa, wait a minute. That's what we doing? Yeah. Real quick. And it wasn't funny. Gardner and DJ playing in their interviews no more. All of that stuff stopped. There was no more Gardner love from DJ at all anymore. And you could see it on the field. Definitely. You saw the change in his body on that field. So I think that comes from maturity, though. Like we said, you got to grow.
Yeah. I'm not holding that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not holding it against them.
But it goes back to like we said about Blake. Hello, Allen Robinson. Go give. I know you mad at Blake Bortles, but you better go get that man a hug because he got you paid. Because he broke all them records. He was the man throwing you that ball. Yeah. Without Blake, you're not breaking them records. Well, and you ain't broke a record since.
Yeah, think about it. They didn't pay him. They didn't really pay him for what he was doing. He was catching a lot of balls, but look at all his production. Look at his yards and all that stuff. That's still that big chunk is still from here. So it's like, you showcased a lot. Guess what? You was the only option. Allen Hurns got hurt y'all rookie year, and Blake was like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw it up," and you loved it. Look, when he had 1,500 yards or 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, he loved Blake.
And so that's my thing. DJ, you just made a Pro Bowl. Thank you, Gardner.
Yeah, Allen Robinson made the Pro Bowl.
I appreciate you, Gardner, for doing that for me. But now I don't like you no more because you're struggling. But DJ, you struggled so hard your rookie year. Every time a ball touched your hands, you dropped it or you fumbled. We got to look at ourselves, Rich. We got to we got to look at ourselves.
Yeah, that's what
you got to look within first, man.
That's even like I said, even back to A-Rod.
But how would you feel like as a teammate? Like, let's say one of your guys come out. Let's say, one of your fellow linemen would have come out and take a shot at you like that in the media. I mean, what does that do in a locker room?
Before I've had a teammate take a shot at me before in the media, and I told her I went and let him know how I felt about it behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. Now, if the media I was so mad when I read it, if they would have came to me at that time, I would have shot back.
Right.
Time to compartmentalize it. Nobody, some other teammates let him know how they felt about it. Because, what it said was unnecessary towards me. You know what I'm saying? You mad because they doing you a certain way and you throwing me in the fire because, my situation ain't got nothing to do with yours. You don't talk about nobody else's contract,
Yeah, right. So we're co-workers. That is it. We're like, we coming to work, bro.
Definitely had it happen. I'm like, dog, I told him, some choice words. What I'm saying?
But what does that do in the locker room, though? I mean, that's got to create that.
The person that I'm talking about, he was always kind of like the pessimist and the antagonist of the group. So you got to take it with a grain of salt from who it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I understood that also. Somebody, you're a little older, you're a little bitter. I'm young, I'm fresh. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't say that. But you don't say that. And the thing is, you don't say that in the media. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we're shooting
in the locker room, it ain't gonna cause a whole rift. Because for me personally, I'm not gonna let it get that far. Because you mad for a reason. I don't have no reason to be mad. They pay me, so I'm not
for real.
I just kind of just chopped it up as people hate. You know what I'm saying? People hate, and you have it. You have that from. Unfortunately, you have it from your teammates. You have it from a lot of different people family members. You know what I'm saying? So I just chopped it up as I told them how I felt about it, and we moved on. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah. Well, man, it's been a blessing to have you on, bro. This was by far my favorite show thus far. We done had a boatload on, man. I thank you so much for coming on. Big Richard Collier, former Jacksonville Jaguar, man. So you got anything coming up that you want to put out there that you got going on? Any charity events, anything?
Man, you keep it posted, man. I'm right now. I'm in full-fledged summer dad mode. So I got 3 boys in football. I got a girl in basketball, and I'm all over the place and trying to be a husband and and balance myself with my family. I'm so big on family, man. I really big on legacy and just grooming my boys to be the best they can be right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always be all right, but when I do have some, I want you to plug it for me.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now you gonna be at the home opener?
I'll be at the home opener.
I'm gonna be at the home opener.
Yeah,
okay. So
I'm flying in, so we gotta link up.
We'll link up. Yeah, we'll link up.
Definitely. Well, hey man, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you so much, man. It's been a great show. Salute to you, man. Shout out to Big Richard Collier, man, former offensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, see, this is why I love bringing linemen on. I don't think I'm gonna ever bring nobody but linemen on.
Oh,
don't ask me for Trevor. Don't ask me for Marcus Brunell. Don't ask me for David. I don't want to bring nobody on. If you don't play on the line, I don't want to bring you on from now on. That's it.
Tripping, bro. We need to get like a Jones Drew. We gotta see. Look, they was rookies. They was rookies together, man. I think we could get Jones Drew. We gotta try to get. Yeah,
hey, that was the whole show.
That was.
We just had a guest on for the entire show, and I loved it because not once did he ever look like he wanted to get up out of here. He just wanted to chill and talk, and we got some gold, man. And shout out to all of y'all that stay tuned in, man, for this entire interview. It was great.
And audience, mind you, we talked 5 minutes before we recorded. We really didn't know what we were going to talk about today.
Not at all. Not at all. We was about to fly by the seat of our pants for this entire show, man. So this was great.
Yeah,
this was great. But that's what happens, man. When you get some like-minded people who are passionate about a topic, not only could we talk about football, we could talk about fatherhood and just being a man, and it was beautiful, man. So I thank y'all for tuning in, man. I think we should run a commercial. We haven't run a commercial the entire show except for the beginning. I got some obligations to fulfill. Shout out to the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group.
MCG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
Bless my stove, bless my blood, all the blessings on. It might not be right, but it's all I know. Just meet me out of jail and keep me safe up on the road. Dear Heavenly Father, I know that when I'm speaking loud.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
Yes, sir. Man, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all to death for staying tuned in. That was just the best interview we've ever had, bro, by far. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Men In Teal Pod, on Instagram at Men In Teal Podcast. We currently streaming live there. YouTube, Men In Teal Podcast, streaming live there. Twitch, Men In Teal Podcast, streaming live there. Join the Facebook group, Men In Teal Podcast. Shout out to the New Era Jags Facebook group. Shout out to Jaguars Let's Go Facebook group, man. I always showing love to them boys, Dave Cicelo, Jerry Brown, my homies. And who?
Was that Duval Daily?
Duval Daily. Shout out Duval Daily. They launching us in there. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who supports, man. This was a great show. I appreciate y'all for staying tuned in, rocking with us. You know that if you can't stay tuned in for the entire show, no problem. You can hop on the Relevnt app, WDVL. You'll find us tuned in there. We got a big announcement coming tomorrow about some new segments from Jay and myself. It's going to be Relevnt only. So if you don't have the Relevnt app, make sure you click the link in the description, download the app, and join our vibe. Just search Men In Teal Podcast. You can join it right there. We're going to be having our next guest on next week. Let's go ahead and announce it now. The one and only Tommy Mack. Tom McMahon is from the Jacksonville Jaguars, former linebacker, will be in the building with us. We'll see if Tommy Mack lets us go for 2 hours with him. If not, then we ain't doing no more interviews unless they're linemen, period. That's the new set. So, man, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. And
it was love.
And if you got a PS5, man, add me. De La Soul 904. Come get worked.
I'm going to get a PS5 soon. I swear to God, I'm going to find one, man. I am the Hot Take Hooligan Agent K. That's the Cannabis Analyst Agent J. And we are out of here.